Styles are a way to specify a whole bunch of formatting with a single name. InDesign lets you create styles for character formatting, paragraph formatting, object formatting, even table formatting. And there are three main reasons why you want to use styles. The first reason is they let you apply a lot of formatting with a single click, so they really boost productivity. For example, I'm going to zoom in here to the lower left corner of this catalog page. I can see that some of this text has been formatted, but most of it has not. I need to apply formatting quickly to that text. And to do that, I want my Paragraph Styles panel. I can find it over here in the dock. If you don't see it in the dock, then you should probably change your workspace to Advanced. Over here on my page, in the first column, I'm going to double-click on this heading, Fashion and Textile Design. I can see that this isn't formatted properly yet, and I can see in the Paragraph Styles panel that the basic paragraph style has been applied to it. Now, we want to avoid basic paragraph as much as we can. It's much better to apply our own paragraph styles. And in this case, I have one. It's called Department Fashion. I could scroll through this list, but first I'm going to drag this down in the lower right corner to extend the size of my Paragraph Styles panel. Now, I'm going to simply click on the Department Fashion paragraph style. You can see that it applied a whole bunch of formatting to that paragraph. Now, notice that I didn't have to select the entire paragraph to apply it. I could if I wanted to, but all I really had to do was click my cursor inside the paragraph. Okay, let's do a few more. I'll click in the next paragraph, and then I'm going to apply the course name. The next one down is date, so I'll click in that, come up here, and click Date in the Paragraph Styles panel. And then this one is going to be called Body. Here it is up here. And then these last two paragraphs, I'll just drag over both of those paragraphs, and those are going to be a paragraph style called Prereq. I think that's down here at the bottom of my list. Here we go, Prereq_NS. That's the one I wanted. Now you can see that I was able to format this whole bunch of text really quickly. If I had to do that manually, applying first the font and then the size and the leading and all of that, it would have taken much longer. Now we'll start all over again. I'll click on this paragraph here. That's the course name. This one's the date. This one's going to be the body. And down here is going to be the prereq and technical requirements. There we go. Now we'll see later in this chapter that there are other ways to apply these paragraph styles really quickly, such as the eyedropper tool and quick apply. But for now, I'm just going to stick with this, one click at a time, and now I'm going to show you how to edit these styles. Because the second reason to use styles is that you can change a definition at any time. And every place you use that style in your document is updated immediately. For example, to edit this course name style, I'll simply click right here inside that paragraph. You'll see it's highlighted in the Paragraph Styles panel. To edit a style that's highlighted, you simply double-click on it. Up comes the Paragraph Style Options dialog box, and now we can change its definition. Let's make a few changes. I'll click on Basic Paragraph Format, and let's say instead of semi-bold, let's make it bold. And why don't we give it a color? I'll come over here to the Character Color pane. I'll scroll down here and pick a color, maybe this blue color. Now, I'll click OK, and you can see that it's updated, not just here, but everywhere in my document. Every place in my document that paragraph style had been applied is now changed. Now let's edit this date style a little bit. In this case, it's not highlighted. I didn't click in that paragraph, so it doesn't get highlighted in the Paragraph Styles panel. So instead of double-clicking on it, I'm going to right-click or control-click with a one-button mouse. That gives me the context menu, and now I can choose Edit Date. That way I can jump right to Edit Date without accidentally applying that date to what was selected on my page or changing anything in my document. Here, I'll go back to Basic Character Formats, and let's make this a little bit smaller. Now I'll hit Return or Enter, and we can see that all of those paragraphs got smaller. Once again, just to be clear, I used the right-click or control-click on the date paragraph style because I did not want to apply it to the text, which is currently selected on my document page. Okay, so now that we've looked at how to apply styles and then edit them, let's talk about how to create your own new style. I want to create a new paragraph style for my captions, like this paragraph up here. To do that, I'm going to create an example that I'm going to base my paragraph style off of. So I'll click inside that paragraph, and then I'll press Command-A or Control-A to select all the text in that story. Now I'll come up here and go to the character mode of the control panel, and why don't we change the style of this? We'll make it bold. And let's make the size a little bit smaller as well. How about we change this to 8.5, maybe a little tighter, maybe 8.5 on 9.5 leading. That looks pretty good for a caption. Okay, now let's make our paragraph style based on that. To make a paragraph style based on an example on your page, like we're going to do here, you can either select the whole paragraph or just select part of it, or even just have your cursor flashing in it. Doesn't really matter. Next, I'll go to the Paragraph Styles panel menu and I'll choose New Paragraph Style right here at the top. Now here's the important thing. Because the cursor was inside that paragraph, it grabbed all of that formatting and it dropped it in here. So now all I need to do is give it a name. I'll call this Caption. Now, of course, if I wanted to, I could go through all these panes one at a time, setting its font and its style and size and scaling and indents and so on, but as you can see, that would take a lot longer than just doing it once on my page and then sucking all of that information into this dialog box. Before I click OK, I'm going to go back to my General pane and I'm going to turn on a checkbox here, Apply Style to Selection. You don't have to do that, but it's convenient. This way it'll make the style and apply it to whatever was selected on my page. Okay, now let's try it out on another piece of text. I'm going to pan over here to this other caption on this other page, and I'm going to place my cursor inside this paragraph. And now I'm going to click on Caption. There it is, right at the top of the panel. Perfect. And this demonstrates the third reason I want to use styles, and that is consistency. I want to ensure consistency throughout my document, so I don't have to think about, oh geez, was that last caption 13 points or 12 points or I don't know. It doesn't matter. You simply apply the style to all your captions and you'll know they look the same. Okay, one more thing I want to point out about styles right now. Sometimes you'll notice a little plus symbol in the Paragraph Styles panel. For example, I'm going to select this paragraph. I'll just quadruple click on that and I'll do something different like change its size to 10 point. Now you'll notice immediately in the Paragraph Styles panel, I get a little plus sign next to the word caption. In fact, anywhere I click inside this paragraph, I'll get that plus sign. That plus sign means there's formatting on top of the paragraph style, something different. And in fact, if I hover my cursor over that style, I'll actually get a little tooltip that shows me the override. It shows me that the size has been changed. Now, if you ever have a document where you see that plus sign, you can get rid of all the local formatting by clicking inside the paragraph and then clicking on the Remove Local Overrides button down here at the bottom of the Paragraph Styles panel. As soon as I click on Remove Overrides, anything that was done to that paragraph outside of or on top of the paragraph style definition is removed. Now it's back to the way it was supposed to look. Now, once again, paragraph styles are one of the most important productivity features in InDesign. The more you use them, the more efficient you'll get.